It's a Woman's World is brought to you by NCB Capital Markets, Red Stripe, Toyota Jamaica, M-Style XP, Phase 3 Productions, and Heather Lane.
I get up, I am woman, I ain't got no time to waste now. Won't keep walking with my head down, no, oh, oh, oh. I am woman, it's a woman's world, and I live my life on purpose, oh, 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 oh. Woman to woman, this is what we're about to do now. Shaping the future, this is our world.
Welcome everyone to It's a Woman's World, and in a woman's world we discuss any and everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
But just to be safe, I wore my black because there may be a funeral. There's a topic that we're gonna broach that I don't know how my co-host will feel about it, but I'm about broad, so I'm gonna talk. We're gonna have the conversation. And I'm just gonna ask you, as married women, have you ever thought about the other woman?
Like thought about them? Like,
All right, more specifically,
okay.
have you ever thought there is anything you could learn from the other woman?
How will say?
Like how to be a hoe!
It's gonna get juicy. And because I'm the brave one and I'm the one that can broach the topic, I'm unafraid, we're gonna get into it, all right? So stay tuned. We'll be back after this break.
I am woman, it's a woman's world.
Welcome back to It's a Woman's World. Now, I can't handle this conversation by myself with these two on set, so I got some reinforcement. So joining us on set is Desian Richards. Did I get that right?
Yes.
I like to pronounce people's name properly, you know. Desian Richards is a devoted Christian. She is a wife of over 15 years. Remember that little part there, she married for 15 years. She's also a trained guidance counselor who spends her days helping to mold and guide young lives. But Desian, right? One piece of book here, you see? Where it's starting quite a ruckus.
I tell you.
Desian, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so before we get into the what of the book, I
Yes.
want you to take us through the why. Why did you think to write a book of this nature?
One morning I got up and I heard of the news of a Jamaica Defense Force soldier who died in the bed of infidelity. It was very prevalent on social media, so it was sent to phones all across Jamaica, and I'm sure all across the world.
Yes, I saw that.
And I couldn't pass that event. It was said that he went out to have drinks, met up with a female companion, had sexual intercourse, and literally died in the bed of infidelity. The scenes, I'm sure, were graphic on social media. Him dropped dead in a bathroom tub, and I couldn't pass that event.
That was the same soldier.
Rajma Vale in Soch. Yes, a sexual
sexual
enhancement
well, I don't know if
pill.
it was Viagra, but
Yes,
something.
sexual
something.
enhancement pill.
Yeah.
And my life changed. I got curious, and a quest unfolded in front of me to know why.
Okay.
Are there legitimate reasons that can lead a man to cheat? And if there are, what are those reasons?
So remind us before we go any further, what's the name of your book? What's the focus?
Healing Infidelity in Marriages, 8 Powerful Secrets for Wives Learned from the Other Woman. So in that other relationship, in that other bed, is there anything to learn from Delilah? Is there anything to learn from that story?
I have read your book, Desian, and it really is something to talk about.
Okay.
But you said it was based on personal research. What?
Yes.
Tell
So
us about it.
going in quest of the knowledge, I didn't want to conjure something in my head. I couldn't think as a woman what could cause a man to cheat. So I tried to find out from men if they were willing to talk with me. Of course, you know, the conversation was awkward, even for me. So I created a survey.
Okay.
A survey that would give men the room to tell me the truth and hopefully get the absolute truth.
So what were some of the more surprising things that you learned?
66% of my respondents said that they have cheated. 34% said they have never cheated. 65% said to me, I'm cheating, but I would recommit to my marriage because I really see value there, but there are some things that are affecting me.
So why? Me want here.
That's what I want to know. Why? What was the reason that they gave?
Other one, 23% of men say, listen, I just want to be married and cheat. Miss, and I'm going to live that life. And a man told me bluntly, he said, I will never stop cheating. He told me honestly. So I know I got some degree of honesty because there was another man, if I may say, who said, you're asking me the wrong question. Because it's not with a woman, it's with a man.
Oh, praise the name
I
of
didn't
Jesus.
expect that. But when I was asking about the other woman, he wrote like any, and he said, I'm secretly attracted to men, so you're asking me the wrong question.
Wow. So that's a whole nother thing
a whole
to
nother
deal
thing
with,
to
especially
deal
in our
with.
society.
Right, so the focus, so the limitation is with women, but there are other infidelities that are with men.
So what can we, what came out of that part about learning from the other woman? What should the wives be learning?
What's your point over here, sir? No, me not understand.
The title of the book is Healing Infidelity in Marriages.
But the lady, no for we did I live like we did married from a long time.
Yeah,
so it's really in relationship.
Live life.
So you can get
live life and marriage is not the same.
All right. Well, I believe we have a clip tie.
Yes. So, well, Dr. Abrams.
Yeah.
No, I'm incensed, but let's go to the clip.
Stacey, proud of you, proud of you, like you're ready for fight.
No, make we go to the clip first.
All right, let's see what Dr. Abrams wants to say on this topic.
Men are so selfish. This is a statement I hear women repeatedly say, like over and over and over again. They say that we just think about ourselves, especially when it comes to sex. I hear complaints all the time about men who only show affection to their women when they want to, dugu-dugu. And then, when the dugament starts, they're only concerned with their own pleasure, often leaving their partners dissatisfied and frustrated. Indeed, there is research that found lesbians to be more satisfied with their sex lives than heterosexual women. I know, the truth hurts. But it is not just men who are selfish. There are some very selfish women out there too. For example, there are some women who feel that it is the man's job to, service them as if we are mechanics. Like there are some women who will allow us to go downtown. For them, that's the lick. But ask them to do the same, they will tell you that they don't travel to that location. But we like to be pleased too. We have feelings. If we do stuff to you, we would like some reciprocity too. Some women take a lot and give a little. You've heard the expression, your money is our money and my money is my money. Yeah, man. Some women take man for clown. Selfishness is a human thing. It is not owned by men. So all you women who keep saying that men are selfish, no need to stop it.
So I actually want to shift gears a little bit. Desian, did you ask any of the married women?
I did do a research with married women, 50 married women, but I didn't really find out if they were cheating. I looked at the respondents that the men gave to me and I asked the women back those questions. The woman, I can tell you that when it comes to sexual intercourse, about over 80% of women admit to me that their husbands are the ones who initiate their sexual encounter. Of course, for the male respondents, that was heavy.
Right.
That one carried a lot of weight about the other woman. I started the chapter with one respondent who said to me, the question was, what does the other woman have that you wish your wife had? And the man said to me, a sexual terrorist in the bedroom. And those tend to sing through a lot of the research.
Right, because I saw that in the book. A lot of it heavily relied on the whole thing about the sexual aspect of it. Men just want to do it all the darn time. All the time.
But I don't think they want to do it all the time. I don't think men want sex more than women. But I think that in a marriage or a committed relationship where you live together, you may have kids, there are other things that are impacting you as a woman. So I think that's kind of selfish of the man. Of course, the other woman, though, in the house and knows the mortgage due, she don't know the pitting them hungry, so she would be more free to say, come on over, let's do this, versus your wife
and this is it, this is a challenge that I find. I mean, I hear the research, and don't get me wrong, I mean, I can respect the process, but it sounded to me when I looked through the content that these were men who were just making excuses. In many cases, I mean, I believe in personal responsibility. You cheat because you want to.
Okay.
You want to. And if there are issues in your relationship, so the sex is not that great, why didn't you, as the man, take the lead? Why didn't you say, okay?
Oh, what are that them are complaining about too? Them always have to take the lead.
Over
They're saying,
no, I'm not saying that they should be initiating sex all the time. Why don't you have that honest conversation to say, you know, I have to initiate sex all the time. I would like it if you initiate sex.
Right.
Convince your wife or your significant other of the importance that it means, what it means to you.
But Stacey,
connect in a way.
What about the men who try that?
It just think about even the use of the word convince your wife.
Yeah. That's true.
Convince your wife.
But even if
you would have had these conversations before you even get to this
some of them
stage
don't have no conversation.
And also,
ask Desian. Them don't say nothing.
You know, Desian, let me tell you what we like to do. What we like to do is to say, oh, have the conversation. It's easy. It's not easy to say, boy, you know, you're kind of boring. No,
but you're not going to say that.
No, you're not going to say it like that. But even just thinking over how you're going to say it to the person, it's probably even knowing the person's personality,
it's not
an easy conversation.
I said it was going to be easy though.
We know that, but the men are giving you reasons why they do it.
But what about...
Wow, it's hot in here. Oh my
God. We have to dissect the thing.
I do think that women do need to take a certain amount of responsibility, right? Generally within a marriage, we do have a responsibility to keep ourselves nicely and to be attractive to our husbands and to act, you know, whatever. But
you want this
rodeo thing.
Yeah, because that's what they like. Don't they want to act like a sexual terrorist? And carry on. That's what they want. Right? However, a man can control his, can I say this? You can say penis? Okay. A man is in control of his penis, and there are some other men that no matter what you do, you could be riding on the
23%. And he said to me that it has nothing real. It's them want that lifestyle.
So we as women have to do what, you know, we
want to be married, but they just want.
Yeah, they said that. They said that bluntly to me. They said that bluntly to me.
Wow.
So what's the final analysis they're saying?
How do you heal? Because the title
of healing. How you fix it now?
Let me tell you, the first thing as a wife, you have to be introspective. The idea that your spouse comes to you and says something to you, Stacey, some women will be offended, and that may even cause other things to go wrong. Your dinner, your food might something there, the plate might slap on the table now, because as women, our emotional beings guide us a lot of the time. And that's what the book encourages women to do. Balance your rational self with your emotional self. Transparency is important. And I think that as individuals, we don't tell ourselves the truth often.
True, right.
I often say to my coworkers, bun is a rice and peas conversation with your chicken, and you stay calm because you can't hide and you can't run.
And I think my one takeaway, I know you're about to wrap time, but I think one of my major takeaways from the book was to keep your husband a priority, right? Yes. Even when you have the children, even when other things are going bad, because keeping him a priority, a lot of other things will fall into place.
And that doesn't mean perfect.
And my last bit before Ty wraps is reciprocity is important.
True.
It feels a little bit like the wife needs to ensure that her husband doesn't cheat. You need to create this environment that the man does not feel the need to stray. But me could have want stray to because you're not going with nothing, brother. So the reciprocity is very important.
That's why we're going to write
I am your priority, you are my priority, the end. We don't know.
Yes.
All right, guys, I need you all to grab a copy of Desian's book, Healing Infidelity in Marriages. Desian, show them your book, let them know it's online, it's on Amazon.
Yes, and it's at Kingston
Bookshop. So grab a copy, see what you can learn, see how you can, you know, reciprocate in your relationship and ensure that it's balanced and, you know, give and take. All right? So we're going to heal marriages. All right? So I prepare myself for my marriage. We'll be right back after this break.
This is a woman's world.
You ever hear about some people who are dead and leave their money to strangers? Leaving the family and the strangers to kind of fight it out in court? I mean, I personally can't imagine doing that, but I get that it's your money, so you can do with it what you want. But what happens when you're dead? How does that kind of work? So joining us is Kenisha Keane-Rogers, Acting Regional Manager at NCB. Hello, my friend.
Hi, Karine. How are you?
I'm good, but we need the advice. Tell us, how do people figure out that the right people get the money?
All right. So estate planning is what individual needs to consider before they pass. No, you actually in death can control who gets your money and when they get it, right? Now, life insurance is one of the simplest form of doing this, and life insurance is a good estate planning tool, and it's easily accessible. You basically can get life insurance anywhere, right? So we definitely would recommend, if you don't have a will, life insurance.
Okay.
Right? When you have life insurance, it's tax-free, so your beneficiaries benefit from the tax-free benefit.
Nice.
And just to put all of this in context, Kenisha, as you know, one of the reasons we are doing money moves in this season of It's a Woman's World, it's about empowering women through financial literacy, financial education, and empowerment. Because if you are financially independent, then you can control your thing, you understand? And the world really opens up for you. So you're saying even beyond the living, you can still have that control and can plan.
Absolutely. And as a woman, because more women are working now, we're in the corporate world. When you do the ratio, we do outrun the men in that particular. So we have assets. And matter of fact, even if you have a handbag, people will fuss over a handbag. So you want to dictate who gets what.
So you wear everything and use everything. So what costs over it after me gone? Maybe use it already.
So if you have a lot of money, you have 4 children, you dictate who gets what in terms of a percentage. So you want little Johnny to get 50%, Susie to get the other 50%, then there's no headache in transferring that money.
When should you start thinking about estate planning?
All right, the first paycheck you get. Because once you're earning and you have an income, you're going to consider assets.
Okay.
Right?
So, and what kinds of services do you have?
All right, so we do have the life insurance. So we have our Omni, we have Provision. So these are products that you actually can buy. If you're the key person in your business, we call it key man insurance. Because when you pass and you're the key person in your business, you want to ensure that the business can go on.
Right.
So survival of the business. So we do recommend that. And individuals, we have the enhanced Omni that goes up to $10 million in life insurance coverage.
Okay.
All right. Well, good stuff. Thank you so much for educating us on this. And we know that we're really encouraging all of you to go out and start doing this. No, you don't want all of the fight and the bangarang after you have passed on. So put things in order from now. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We are going to lighten things up a little bit and throw to something else where you get to see who belly busts like a beige kite.
Guys, are we ready?
Yes.
Our next stop is a cute little seaside restaurant. Hope your appetite is ready.
Yeah, I'm ready. Very ready.
We have some fish, some lobster, some shrimp on the menu.
Nice.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Oh my gosh. Thank you very much.
Ooh, that's nice. I'm the lobster. Ooh. I'll just help you with that. Ooh.
The steamed fish is for me.
Ooh. Oh, should I put those?
Never mind her.
time you look like a bus already.
Bust like a beige kite. We just have room for dessert now.
Is that possible? Really? You had your dessert already? So Stacey, can you get a piece of lobster now?
No.
Oh, sorry. Can't you bust?
I'm not paying no man. My shrimp fish is very good. I like it.
Welcome back to It's a Woman's World. 30 minutes of niceness and excitement and controversy.
Yeah, today was hot.
Done.
It was hot. Oh my, how
much are you feeling? What do you have to say?
No, I feel good, especially that initial conversation about infidelity in marriages. I feel like maybe a lot of corns were mashed, but it's a topic that needs to be discussed.
Okay, I think so too. I mean, you know, but let me tell you where I'm struggling a little bit. Well, not really struggling, but I'm excited to see it. The part 2, where you hear it from the woman's perspective. And I was also interested to know how many women are cheating and what are their reasons for cheating. And also the healing part.
Right.
Because I mean, I really think, say your husband just come home and say, you know, Bill, I slipped into a vagina at work and I would like us to move past it.
And just like that. So
you know, how does that process work and you know what you need to do? So we'll have to go invite Desian back one next time too.
Yeah, I definitely want to hear the part 2 for sure.
Yeah.
And teach the other woman them how to have a life of their own, innit?
Yeah, because you know, that's a big part of it.
Thieving or taking or inputting or laying out or spreading
fair,
or
the man would do the inputting, if we're being fair.
And it's personal responsibility, as I said, is something I really believe in.
What you think about? Whether or not the man
it's not necessarily it's not the other woman is the problem, it's the man.
Agreed.
But she's also saying, what I think Irene is saying is that the woman knows that the man is a married man and she gonna get herself involved with a married man.
Agreed too.
But then the argument could also be that the woman never take no vows.
Agreed again. Let's go.
So, you know,
keep it going.
It's just always going to be about this thing and how you fix it. But I think, as Stacey said, it's about reciprocity and how do you balance it and manage your relationships and whatever. But due to I'm married, when I actually stress out myself about them something they write to some normal left that to all the big people.
Giving us the
big people. But also, I would love to know what our people on social media are talking about. So we want to hear your input. So head over to our Facebook page and tell us what you think about Desian's book. Are you estate planning? You know, join in the conversation and let's know what's going on with your community of friends and your family. What's going on in your neck of the woods? It's a woman's world. Join us next week.
I am woman.
Clothing provided by Heather Lane. Hair styled by Hair Extreme.
I am woman. It's a woman's world. And I live my life on purpose. Woman to woman. This is what we're about to do now. Shaping the future.
It's a Woman's World was brought to you by NCB Capital Markets, Red Stripe, Toyota Jamaica, M-Style XP, Phase 3 Productions and Heather Lane.
It's a woman's world.